let's face it, if you've heard about the scholarships in Italy, I'm sure that you've seen that there are lots of scholarships for international students, and I think it gets confusing at times, right? Like, is it really true that you can study here for free? Is it possible that you just get to pay 200 euros per year? Like, how is it possible that you're able to get paid tens of thousands of euros to study in another man's country? I mean, some people don't even believe it. They don't even know how it works. So that's why I'm making today's video. I'm going to try to explain to you guys all the scholarships in Italy, the types of scholarship that international students can get, and also the pros and cons of each scholarship. You know, people don't even notice this, but a lot of people do not know this. I mean, this is one of the reasons for visa rejection, because it's not all scholarship that you get in Italy that you should submit to the embassy. Some scholarships, the embassy must not know about it. So I'm going to explain all of that to you guys. And also I'll tell you guys a particular scholarship that once you get that scholarship, your visa approval skyrocket from 0 to 100%. So stay tuned and keep watching. For those of you that are new here, my name is Pascal. I'm Nigerian, and I recently got a fully funded scholarship to study my master's degree in Italy. And I make videos about life in Italy as an international student and other scholarship opportunities that you can also take advantage of. So if that looks like something that you're interested in, consider subscribing as well. Back to the video. For those of you that do not know, Italy is one of the cheapest countries that you can study in as an international student in 2025. Even if your parents are not rich, you are from a middle class family, it is the cheapest countries that you can study, and you can even get paid while you study here. But then this video is not about the benefits of studying in Italy. It's about the types of scholarship that are in Italy, so you get to know what's up and what's not up. So I've divided the scholarship into 3 categories, and I'll be explaining each category. And I'll also tell you guys the scholarship that is the most prestigious scholarship of them all, and that which you should never use to apply for your visa. We'll start from number 3. Number 3 scholarship on my list is the regional scholarship. I don't know if you've heard about the regional scholarship, but this is basically a scholarship from the regional body wherever your university is. I'm going to explain, okay? Okay, for Nigerians, right? Let's say, for instance, your university is in Lagos, right? University of Lagos. Now, the government in Lagos, like Lagos state government, has a particular fund set aside for funding people's education, both local and international students. And this money is gotten from taxes and from other contributions as well. So this is the money they use to fund this scholarship. And this scholarship is usually a need-based scholarship and also a merit-based scholarship. This video is not about regional scholarship, so I wouldn't be explaining that much about the scholarship. If you want me to make another video just to explain the regional scholarship, you can comment in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to make that video. So basically, let's talk about the pros and cons of this scholarship. One of the benefits of the scholarship is, for those of you, for those of us that have low GPAs, this is a good scholarship for you, okay? So first, if you don't have high grades and you just applying for the first year, you can get the scholarship without even having good grades. So it's like really cool, because people always think that scholarships are only for the, those top performers. But this scholarship, it's not just for top performance. It's also for the broke and the poor people. Okay. So if your income is below a particular amount, you're eligible for the scholarship. I already told you guys that this scholarship does not really care that much about your GPA in the first year. So it's very easy. That makes it easy for international students in their primo anno, which in English, it means in their first year to get the scholarship. So once you come your first year, all you need is just your family income document. But this requirement differs from region to region. So confirm with your region what documents that you would be needing for the scholarship. And, among the 3 scholarships I'm going to be explaining in this video, this scholarship is the only scholarship that covers your tuition, your feeding, and your accommodation. Let me explain. So basically, you would be given free food, you'd be given free accommodation, and in addition to that, you'd also be paid stipends as well, which is like a very good deal if you ask me. We've talked about the pros of this. Let's jump into the cons. number one thing you need to know as an international student is that you cannot use the regional scholarship to apply for a student visa. Okay? Let that clock in. It's very important you take note of this. You're going to get rejected immediately, like without delay. Let me explain why. The reason is because it's a need-based scholarship. Now remember that you have to prove to the embassy that you have sufficient funds when you arrive in Italy. So if you try to show them that you've gotten a need-based scholarship, it's a sign that you're not eligible to get the visa. Okay? Later in this video, I'm going to tell you guys 2 other scholarships that you can use as an international student to apply for your visa. And this scholarship would also increase your approval chances. So keep watching. Stay tuned. The second type of scholarship for international students is the university scholarship. And basically, this is how it works. So if you apply to a university, it is possible that they might have a scholarship that international students might be eligible to apply. And in some other cases, it is an automatic scholarship, okay? So you don't have to apply separately for the scholarship. All you need to do is submit your application to the university. And there are a lot of schools in Italy that offer this scholarship. And if you guys want me to make a video about universities in Italy that offer scholarships, just let me know in the comment section. Now, let's talk about the pros of getting a university scholarship. Just so you guys know, I got a university scholarship, and I believe it made my visa very, very easy. And I think I was asked at the embassy as well about that. I've made a video about the questions I was asked at the Italian embassy during my visa interview. You can find that video on the channel as well. Go watch that video. Yeah, so moving further. Now, one of the benefits of the university scholarship is you can use the scholarship to apply for your visa application, okay? So let's say, for instance, you want to arrange your proof of funds, okay? If your university scholarship offers you 10,000 euros and your proof of funds required to study, it's about 14,000 euros. You can tell the embassy that you've been offered 10,000 euros scholarship and you just have to provide 4,000 euros as your proof of funds. So that makes it very, very good. And for people that are in Nigeria, this university scholarship is very important for your visa application because it makes it easy for you guys to get the visa. So I would strongly recommend you target schools in Italy that offer university scholarship. If you guys want me to make a video about that, just comment in the comment section and I'll put that on my list. Let's continue. So another benefit of the university scholarship is that you do not need to have high grades to apply for the scholarship. Even if your grades are not good, you can still get the scholarship. Take, for instance, in my case, I had really bad grades, okay? But I was still able to get the university scholarship. So what you need to do is this. Just check with the university what documents do they require for your visa application. And you can try to fit in with the requirement to apply for the university scholarship. So we've talked about the pros of the university scholarship. Another thing to consider is the cons. So one thing is, it's also very, very competitive, okay? In some schools, it's only one person per department that's offered the scholarship. Like, for instance, I had a friend, I made a video with him as well. You can check that video on the channel. And in his university, it's only one person per department that's offered that scholarship. So it might be very difficult to get a scholarship at times. Another thing that makes it quite not so sexy is, in other cases, it's also not guaranteed, okay? It's not guaranteed that you are going to get the university scholarship because it's very competitive, very competitive. And another thing is you might be required to pay high application fees. Let me tell you guys a story. So there is a particular university in Italy that I tried to apply for their university scholarship, and they had 2 application processes. They had the one for direct admission and they also had another for the scholarship. And it was about 50 euros to apply for the scholarship. And I paid that amount. And at the end of the day, I didn't get the scholarship. So that means that money is gone. So this is another cons of applying for university scholarship. The most prestigious scholarship at the moment is the Italian government scholarship. It's a fully funded scholarship by the Italian government. And in this case, you get paid about 9,000 euros. Okay. That money, it's yours. You decide what you want to do with it. I've made a video with a friend that got the scholarship on my channel. You can watch that video if you're trying to apply for that as well. Now, we'll straightly jump into the pros and the cons of the scholarship. Okay. Number one is this scholarship, once you get it, your visa is guaranteed. Like, it is guaranteed. There's no way you're going to get the scholarship and you get denied a visa. Okay. Another thing is, it makes your proof of funds little or nothing. So you do not even need to have proof of funds to apply for the scholarship. All you need to do is just submit your scholarship documents, and whatever amount you have in your account is okay. You can just put in your flight ticket and your accommodation amount, and that's it. So that's the second benefit of the Maiki scholarship. Another thing that makes the Maiki scholarship very prestigious is the fact that it's something that you can add to your LinkedIn bio or your CV as well. You can just say, Maiki scholar. It's that prestigious. But you cannot add regional scholarship scholar. You cannot add, AirSU scholar or DSU scholar. That's not really prestigious, right? But you can add like a Maiki scholar to your bio, to your CV. And it looks good because, it makes employers think that you're a very good person. If you're able to get a fully funded scholarship, that means you must be really smart, right? Let's talk about the cons of the Maiki scholarship. Number one is it's very difficult to get the scholarship. Take for instance, in some countries like Lesotho, only 2 or 3 people are offered the scholarship. And you can imagine, like a country like Nigeria, we have over 1 million applicants. And at the end of the day, they only offer like 5 to 10 people from Nigeria. I mean, if you're in Nigeria, like it's very difficult to get that scholarship, trust me. But for people from other countries where there's not much competition, it's a lot easier. Like for instance, I have friends from Sierra Leone, friends from Zambia, friends from all the small countries that got a scholarship. And it's not just because they had perfect grades. I mean, they have good grades, but also because there's not much competition for that scholarship. And also, if you've got bad grades, don't even bother applying for the scholarship. You will not get it. Those guys pay attention to your grades, okay? They pay attention to your grades. So if you've got a low GPA, I would not recommend you wasting your time with that. Just forget about it and focus on all the scholarship that you're eligible to apply to. So the Maiki scholarship is about 9,000 euros a year. Those guys think is in a year, since they are just 2 semesters, that's about 9 months. They're like, okay, that's going to cover like around 1,000 euros per month, okay, for living expenses. But in reality is, there are 12 months in a year, right? You're living in a foreign country. I mean, you still have to pay for your rent and other stuff during those months outside the semester. So they give you the money, but they will not pay for your accommodation. You still have to pay for your accommodation once you have the money. And in cities that are quite expensive, like, North Italy or Rome, Milan, it's possible that that money might not be sufficient compared to regional scholars where they get paid stipends and they also get paid free food and free accommodation. I mean, do the math, like you've been paid 5,000 euros and you've also been given free accommodation. You've also been given free food. So which do you think more beneficial? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you found the video helpful. And if you did, consider hitting the like button so that other people that are looking for, these scholarships, this information can easily find the video. And if you have a friend that's looking to study abroad, but they're very broke, share this video with them. If you got any questions about Italy or studying Italy or scholarships, you can drop them in the comment section. All the best, guys. Ciao.